Okay, Despicable Me. Steve Carrell stars as master villain Dr. Gru. Now it begins with someone having stolen the pyramids. Well, one pyramid. And everyone believes it's Dr. Gru. It's not. It's a newer, younger villain. But that's okay. Because Dr. Gru has this amazing plan. He is going to steal the moon. How's he going to do that? Well, first he needs to get a shrink ray, as well as get funding from the evil bank, so that he can build his rocket. To fly up to the moon, shrink it, and then take it back. But something happens along the way when he's trying to get the shrink ray. He then hatches this brilliant scheme. Earlier he saw three girls essentially get into the other villain's compound. What's he do? He adopts those girls and hatches a masterful plan to get that shrink ray and to prove that he is worth the investment from the Bank of Evil so he can capture the moon. That is the large premise of the movie. It's also Steve Carell as Dr. Gru making the transition from criminal villain mastermind to maybe becoming a dad because of the three little girls. It's, that's in the weird thing, because they flash back to Gru's childhood, and he always wanted to go to the moon. But his mother essentially just cut him down the whole time. So you end up having, what you see in a lot of these movies, you have a man who's on a clear and defined path, and then all of a sudden, essentially like the love of children kind of skews him a little bit. This is a very entertaining movie, I'll give it that. I wish some of the humor would have been a little bit less blatant. With some cartoon movies, like Up, Bolt, even Princess and the Frog, you do see a lot of the humor is geared towards kids, but there's some kind of subtle humor that's geared more towards adults, so adults will enjoy it too. This one is almost entirely geared towards kids. With humorous dance sequences. The person Dr. Gru works with, Dr. Nefario, he's an old guy, so he's kind of hard of hearing. So whenever he asks for a weapon, he might not get exactly what he wants. He asks for a dart gun, he gets something different. He asks for cookie robots, he gets something slightly different. And those moments, while being humorous, are kind of like juvenile humorous. This is overall, it's a very entertaining movie. You can watch it for, if you're a child all the way up to, someone of my age. But it did kind of lack some of that more subtle humor that you see in cartoon movies that are coming out now. Definitely pretty good for kids. There is some action, but it falls under that like Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote sort of violence. So Despicable Me, very entertaining movie. Does have a decent amount of heart to it, and you know what? It's pretty funny.